There are places on our planet that remain veiled in mystery. They are spoken of in hushed tones, like a secret shared between the earth and the sky. One such place is a kingdom nestled high in the heart of the Himalayas. It is a land that guards its secrets closely, a world apart from our own. Here, the very air seems to hum with an ancient energy, and the mountains hold stories that are older than memory. To step into this realm is to feel as though you have crossed a threshold into another time, a place where the modern world's frantic pace has not yet found a foothold. It is a world that invites us to listen, to watch, and to wonder. The journey to this hidden kingdom is not one taken lightly. It begins with a whisper, a rumor of a land where happiness is more important than gold. This idea alone is enough to capture the imagination. What could such a place be like? How can a nation measure its success not in wealth, but in the contentment of its people? The questions hang in the air, drawing you closer. The path is guarded by colossal peaks that pierce the clouds, their snowy tops like sentinels standing watch. Below them, valleys cradle secrets in their green embrace, and the wind carries tales from one mountain pass to another, a language only the landscape truly understands. Imagine a country that intentionally keeps itself hidden from the world. It does not shout for attention. Instead, it waits patiently for those who seek it with a quiet heart. This is the essence of Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon. It is a nation that has chosen to walk a different path, a path of balance and reverence for all living things. The decision to remain secluded is not born of fear, but of a deep desire to protect something precious. It is a commitment to preserve a way of life, a culture, and a natural world that are unlike any other on Earth, a living treasure in a rapidly changing world. As we begin to peel back the layers of this enchanting kingdom, we find that each one reveals a new marvel. The mystery is not a void, but a rich tapestry woven with vibrant threads of tradition, spirituality, and a profound connection to nature. It is a place where legends are not just stories, but are alive in the landscape itself. You can see them in the monasteries that cling to impossible cliffs and hear them in the prayers that drift from spinning wheels. The air is thin, but it is thick with meaning. This is a journey into the soul of a nation, a quest to understand what makes this small kingdom such a giant in spirit. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. The landscape of Bhutan is a masterpiece painted by nature's hand. It is a vertical world of breathtaking scale. Towering mountains, their peaks crowned with eternal snow, dominate the horizon. These are not just mountains, they are gods, sacred beings that watch over the valleys below. Their slopes are covered in dense, ancient forests, a blanket of green that seems to stretch on forever. These forests are the lungs of the kingdom, breathing life into the air. They are home to trees that have stood for centuries, their branches draped in moss, like old men with long flowing beards, whispering secrets to the wind. Down from the great peaks, powerful rivers carve their way through the land. Their waters are born from glacial melt, pure and impossibly clear. You can hear their constant song, a rushing sound that fills the valleys with a steady, calming rhythm. The rivers are the lifeblood of Bhutan, nurturing the terraced fields of rice that cling to the hillsides like intricate green stairways. They flow with a purpose, shaping the land and the lives of the people who depend on them. Following a river's path is like reading a story, each bend revealing a new vista, a new surprise, a hidden waterfall, or a quiet pool reflecting the sky above. The colors of Bhutan are vivid and unforgettable. The deep green of the forests is punctuated by the brilliant colors of prayer flags fluttering in the wind. These flags are everywhere, strung across bridges, on mountain passes, and around homes. They are not just decorations. Each one is a prayer sent out into the world on the breeze. Each color represents an element: blue for the sky, white for the air, red for fire, green for water, and yellow for the earth. Together, they create a vibrant spectacle, a constant reminder of the spiritual connection that binds the people to their environment. As daylight fades, the landscape transforms. The mountains become dark silhouettes against a sky filled with a million stars. With very little light pollution, the night sky here is a wonder to behold. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of diamonds. The silence is profound, broken only by the distant call of an owl or the gentle rustling of leaves. It is in these quiet moments that one can truly feel the immense power and tranquility of this land. It is a place that reminds us of our smallness in the grand scheme of the universe, yet makes us feel deeply connected to it all. In this hidden kingdom, there is a remarkable idea at the heart of everything. It is a belief that the true measure of a nation's progress is not its economic wealth, but the happiness and well-being of its people. This philosophy is known as gross national happiness. It is a guiding principle that shapes government policy, education, and daily life. Imagine a world where decisions are made based on how they will affect people's contentment, spiritual health, and connection to their culture. This is the reality in Bhutan, a concept that is both simple and profoundly revolutionary in our modern age. This focus on happiness is not about fleeting pleasure. It is a deeper, more holistic view of life. It is built on 4 pillars: good governance, sustainable development, preservation of culture, and conservation of the environment. These pillars ensure that progress does not come at the cost of what truly matters. People are encouraged to live in harmony with nature, to respect their traditions, and to care for one another. The result is a society with a strong sense of community, where family ties are deep and neighbors look out for each other. It is a quiet strength, a resilience born from shared values. One can see this philosophy in the faces of the people. There is a gentleness, a calm dignity that is immediately striking. Smiles come easily, and there is a genuine warmth in their interactions. Life moves at a slower, more deliberate pace. People take time to talk, to share a cup of butter tea, and to simply be present with one another. In the villages, life revolves around the seasons, the planting and harvesting of crops, and the celebration of local festivals. There is a rhythm to life that is deeply connected to the earth, a cycle that has been followed for generations. This commitment to happiness also means protecting the unique culture of the kingdom. The traditional dress, the go for men and the kira for women, is worn with pride every day, not just for special occasions. The architecture is distinctive, with its intricate woodwork and beautifully painted motifs. These are not just old customs, they are living traditions that give people a strong sense of identity and belonging. By valuing its culture so highly, Bhutan ensures that its unique character will not be lost, preserving a precious heritage for the future in a world where so much is becoming the same. Bhutan is a land where myths and legends are really woven into the fabric of reality. The country's very name in the local language, Druk Yul, means land of the thunder dragon. This powerful and benevolent creature is more than just a symbol on the national flag. It is considered a protector of the kingdom. Stories are told of how the sound of thunder rolling through the valleys is actually the voice of the dragon itself. This belief really showcases a world where the spiritual and natural realms are inseparable, where every mountain, river, and cave can hold a sacred story or be the home of a deity. The wildlife here is as surprising as the culture. Because over 70% of the country is covered in pristine forest, it has become a sanctuary for many rare and endangered species. High in the remote mountains lives the elusive snow leopard, a ghost of the peaks, rarely seen by human eyes. In the bamboo forests, one might find the gentle red panda, with its fiery coat and curious face. But perhaps the most unusual creature is the takin, Bhutan's national animal. It looks like a creature from a storybook, with the head of a goat and the body of a cow. A real biological puzzle that just adds to the country's mystique. The traditions of Bhutan hold many fascinating secrets. One of the most striking is the imagery you see painted on the walls of houses and monasteries, the phallus. In many cultures, this would be shocking, but here it is a sacred symbol. It is believed to ward off evil spirits, malicious gossip, and to bring good luck and fertility. These paintings are not meant to be crude. They are part of a deeply rooted spiritual tradition linked to a beloved saint known as the Divine Madman, who used unconventional methods to teach his lessons. It is a powerful example of how different and how open this culture can be. Even the food holds surprises. The national dish is called imadachi, and it is definitely not for the faint of heart. It is a simple but fiery stew made of chilies and cheese. In Bhutan, chilies are not used as a spice. They are treated as a vegetable, the main ingredient of the meal. It is a taste that is both shocking and addictive, a perfect reflection of the country itself, a place of intense and unexpected character. From its mythical protectors to its surprising cuisine, Bhutan constantly challenges our expectations and reveals a world far more complex and wonderful than we could have imagined. To truly understand Bhutan, one must learn to listen. The sounds of this kingdom are a symphony of nature and spirituality, a constant, gentle music that just fills the air. Stand in a quiet valley, and you will hear the whisper of the wind as it moves through the tall pine trees. It is a soft, sighing sound, as if the forest itself is breathing. This sound is joined by the distant, steady rush of a river, its waters tumbling over stones, a timeless percussion that has played for millennia. These are the bass notes of Bhutan's natural orchestra, a soundscape that immediately calms the soul. Intertwined with the sounds of nature are the sounds of faith. As you walk through a village or near a monastery, you will hear the low, resonant chanting of monks. Their voices rise and fall in a rhythmic prayer that seems to vibrate in the very air around you. You will also hear the gentle chime of prayer bells and the rhythmic creak of large prayer wheels as they are spun by devotees. Each turn of the wheel sends thousands of prayers out into the universe. It is a sound of constant, quiet devotion, a reminder that in this land, the spiritual world is always present, woven into the moments of everyday life. The visual beauty of the surroundings is equally powerful. Light in the Himalayas has a special quality. In the early morning, mist hangs low in the valleys, creating a soft, ethereal world of grey and white. As the sun rises over the mountain peaks, its rays slice through the mist, illuminating the landscape in shafts of golden light. The dew on a spider's web sparkles like a string of jewels. The colors of the landscape are intense. The impossible blue of the sky, the deep green of the forests, and the brilliant white of the snow-capped peaks. It is a visual feast that changes with every hour of the day. At the heart of this sensory experience is a feeling of profound peace. The air is clean and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and damp earth. There is a stillness here that is rare in our noisy world. It is a silence that allows you to hear your own thoughts, to feel your own heartbeat. This deep tranquility is perhaps Bhutan's greatest treasure. It is not an emptiness, but a fullness, a sense of being completely present in the moment. It is in this quiet space that one begins to understand the reverence that the Bhutanese people have for their home, a land that speaks not in words, but in whispers, melodies, and breathtaking sights. Bhutan stands as a quiet testament to a different way of being. In a world that often measures success by speed and scale, this small kingdom has chosen a path of depth and balance. It has dared to remain small, to move slowly, and to prioritize the inner wealth of its people over the material riches of the world. This is not a land that is stuck in the past. Rather, it is a place that has consciously chosen which parts of the modern world to embrace and which to leave behind. It is a living experiment in sustainability, compassion, and mindful progress. The secrets of this kingdom are not hidden to create exclusion, but to ensure preservation. The mystery surrounding Bhutan is a protective cloak, one that has allowed its unique culture and pristine environment to flourish. By limiting the number of visitors and guiding its own development, the nation has managed to protect its soul. It has avoided the pitfalls of mass tourism and unchecked growth that have erased the character of so many other beautiful places. The result is a place that feels authentic, a rare sanctuary where ancient traditions are still a vibrant part of daily life. What one ultimately discovers in Bhutan is not just a beautiful country, but a powerful idea. It is the idea that happiness can be a collective goal, that nature is a sacred partner, not a resource to be exploited, and that a nation's identity is its most precious asset. It challenges us to reflect on our own values, on what we consider to be progress, and on what truly leads to a fulfilling life. The lessons from this kingdom are whispered on the wind, written in the landscapes, and reflected in the gentle smiles of its people. They are simple, profound, and more relevant today than ever before. And so, the land of the Thunder Dragon remains a world apart, a beacon of hope and a source of wonder. It is a reminder that there are other ways to live, other paths to follow. It is a sanctuary not just for its rare wildlife and ancient forests, but for a philosophy that could, if we listen closely, help to guide us all. The greatest secret of Bhutan, perhaps, is that its incredible beauty is not just in its mountains and monasteries, but in the wisdom it holds for the rest of humanity. It is a timeless place, offering a glimpse of a more balanced and harmonious world.